The other day, I went to the supermarket and I was buying the same sausages that I normally buy. And you know what? I remember that that package used to have 12 pieces. Now it has 7.
Mm-hmm.
And with a higher price. What is that?
It's called shrinkflation.
Oh, shrinkflation.
Yeah.
And what's the other thing? That I think it's like shed something.
Enshittification.
Okay, so both things are not the same.
No. But they kind of mimic it, same behavior.
Okay, can you explain me what is that?
Which one you mean?
Shrinkflation first and then enshittification.
Yes. I mean, okay. You can actually see them both manifest. Imagine you go to Google and you make a Google search because you want to find a product you want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
How Google works is that it gives you the best option for you based on your search history or all the telemetry that Google has on you.
Okay.
But if it's basically just the bare scratch, is just that it gives you the best based on the keywords that you put into Google. What happened was, or what has happening with Google is that it's so good that you don't spend time because you find the top result is always exactly what you want, or the top 3 at least. I mean, ask yourself, how many times have you actually looked on one of the other sides of Google? Have you ever gone to page 10?
Well, I used to in the 90s.
Exactly. Because then it wasn't that optimized as it is today. Today it's always page 1. Like shifting page on Google is you're like, aha, am I actually knowing what I'm searching for? Like you start questioning yourself when you click next page on Google. That's how good it was.
Yeah, actually, now I remember there was a button that you could click. It was like these blue letters and said like I'm lucky or something like that.
That's another thing.
Oh.
That's another thing. That has nothing to do with search optimism.
But was it like you were searching something and then you press on that to make sure that you were like getting what you wanted? At least back in the 90s?
I don't remember exactly what the point of that was. But you see, okay, so you find the result that you want.
Mm-hmm.
That is the product that you actually want to buy. Mm-hmm. Good for you. You found the result.
Okay.
But now fast forward like 10 years to today, you go into Google, you type, you want to find a product you want to buy, and all of a sudden you see like, well, the result I'm expecting is not here. It's not in the top 5. It's not top 10. Mm-hmm. What happened? Where is it? What happened was that Google actually, this is something that you can find online, but they worsened their formulas for how searching for keywords work. It's basically just that they give you worse results so that you would have to spend more time on their platform, which is Google.
Okay, so they did it on purpose.
Yes, it's purposeful. Everything that has to do with enshittification, it's purposeful. They made it worse by design.
So with this same principle, it's applied to fucking everything. Oh,
it's
sorry
everything.
For the bad
of course.
word, but it's applied to everything now.
Most things, yeah, yes.
Am I right with that?
Well, it's kind of part of enshittification, yes. It's just if it's made worse by design, then it's enshittification.
Is there a way to stop this, to reduce it, to, I don't know, make...
Yes. People need to stop buying these shit products. That's the only way it works.
So,
But wait. Listen to this. This is not gonna... I'm talking to you. I know you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna work. We're all just fucking doomed. But ideally, how we remove this thing, how we combat enshittification, is don't buy their fucking stupid shit products. That's it. Just buy quality products or don't buy anything at fucking all.
The power is in your wallet, in our wallet, in our pockets, in our budgets. The power is in us, the consumers. I think it should be that way, but maybe it's not always the case.
The problem is that we need the problem is that it would have to be a unified movement of not buying. It has to be a boycott, but on a large scale, and that's not gonna work. Because now how you are. You want to buy your fucking little chocolate fudge, you're gonna go buy it. So it's like, yeah, we're fucked anyway, because our impulse to spend and buy things are overruling anything that would be a unified boycott. It's selfishness in the end, and just how humans are. I'm a bear. I'm talking to you fuckers, but it's yes, you are fucked. But in a way, I'm also fucked if you're fucked, because
ice can melt and he lives
Exactly.
on ice. Global warming.
So for the love of God, don't spend stop buying all this shit.
Like, do we
Like,
need so many things?
Please.
Do we need so many things?
No, we don't.
No. But there's something in the back of our heads that says that we should buy new. Buy. Consume,
Yeah, exactly.
consume.
And that's what drives Enshittification. Enshittification is just a company saying, how can we extract more money from these products?
How can we milk them?
Yeah, and imagine how far they went. If you think about it, it's pretty fucked up. They're actually reversing innovation just to make money. They're making it worse. It's like a company would say, how can we make more money? Oh, we have to make a better product. Oh, we have to innovate and spend more. Oh, we have to create more quantity. We have to spread more. Like, there's so many ways for a company to make money, but the most lazy and the most obnoxious, the most infectious way of saving money is saying, we're gonna make it worse for the consumers and we're gonna still charge the same. It's like, imagine how the greed, the level of how they don't care.
No.
So it's like, this is really
Because they saw the way and we let them. I think after COVID, many things went wrong.
Yeah.
Why? They took advantage of the situation. Global pandemic.
Well, yeah, okay, yes. Who you mean?
Like companies.
Yeah.
And Enshittification, everything. Of course, before COVID, that thing already happened. But after COVID, it just went like in full force. Do you think?
Yeah, it did. It did. First, they saw how they could profit from it, but then, yeah, it kind of instigated it in a way. Yeah, it did.
And now you have electrical. Oh, what do you call I forgot the word in English. What's the word for electrical supplies? For house, like microwave.
You mean Internet of Things?
No. What's the name? Like electrodomésticos.
Domestic electronics?
I mean, they're in a category like a fridge, like a washing machine, like electric stuff.
Yeah.
40 years ago, they used to build those things to last decades.
Yeah.
There are still many homes in the world that still are using the same washing machine, for example, from the 70s, because it still works today. Or the same fridge from the 50s, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like things, tools, technology back then was made to last.
Yeah, because then how you competed with the consumers was to make the best product. It was like making a good product. Then you could compete.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so I mean that was why products were better before. I just wanted to add that.
That was a good addendum. But yes, my point is now we are stuck in things that they are providing us that they are not gonna last no more than 2 years, and it seems that people is not scared enough to understand the scale of that, because to me that represents like a control. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, you mean a control of what exactly?
Control of you as consumer. You are not going to have more power with your purchase. Before companies, they were trying to get ways to appeal to you could buy to them. Now they don't care about doing that because they know that you are already hooked to their shit. And they don't care. They don't have to beg you for your purchase. They know that you're gonna buy anyways their shitty product. Yeah. And that's really sad. And then you end up with a printing machine that asks you for a Wi-Fi password or for a subscription.
Or a fucking toaster that wants a Wi-Fi connection.
And who needs advertisement in the fucking fridge?
Yep.
Seriously.
Companies think that we need that apparently.
But no, we don't. But people is buying those things. Like, aren't they scared enough? I'm scared. I don't want those things in my house. But I want more analogical things. Like, let me choose how to use my electronics at home.
But you kind of don't have a choice now. If you think about it, can you buy an analog TV now? You can't.
I don't know.
No, you can't.
But at least a fridge that has no freaking screen, no Wi-Fi connection. Why my fridge needs internet connection? Why my food needs to be plugged to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Like, seriously, my yogurt needs to optimize its what? It needs to host on Snapchat? Like, that's lunacy.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, this doesn't make sense that a yogurt is gonna post on social media, but it's stupid and the fucking fridge is gonna have a Wi-Fi connection. Why? A fridge is just to cool and storage your food, period. End of the story. And the only things that I need in my fridge is food that I want to preserve, period. Don't tell me what type of recipe can I do with the things I have in my fridge. I can make those decisions. Or I can fucking Google it on a different device that was made for that. But not in my fucking fridge. Don't touch my home things. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes sense?
That makes sense. Yes, I agree with you completely. A toaster should be an on button and off button. That's it.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have a fucking Wi-Fi connection.
No.
But that's how it's going now, because many of these manufacturers, for them, it's a way of innovating. It's a way of connecting everything together. They want to have these smart homes.
But that's my point. They want control.
But that's where we're going. So, I mean...
But that's the thing. Are we going, and are we already embracing that? Like, it's like we are feeling defeat and we are accepting that.
Yeah, but what can we do about it?
We should be more enraged. We should protest.
Yeah, we should protest, but people still want to spend their time watching Game of Thrones in front of their new TV. So it's like
that is super old. Like, oh man, let me tell you, this is 2026 already. Game of Thrones is not hairy.
It's just that it's really cute that you want to like organize and form when most people just sit like this in front of the TV. So it's how are you gonna get that to form like no more Wi-Fi's in fucking toasters?
Shit, no more.
And the guy is just sitting like this. People just want to eat, have sex, and then watch their Netflix. That's it. That's the epitome of the human race. All the innovation and technical advancements, and that's a handful of people carrying the rest of humanity. So have you heard do you know what I'm talking about?
No, what were you talking about?
It's a very interesting thing to think about, but the thing is called it's described as population is just carried by 10% of people or 5% of humans. So all throughout history, even today, all the modern innovations and technological advancements are only feasible because of this small 5% group or 10, whatever it is, that actually makes the research and to have the intelligent
intellectual capacity.
Exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
That I clearly don't have. That actually can spring forth all these modernizations of society. And it's actually a pretty interesting thing if you think about it. So the rest of us, we're just some kind of species on this planet just slouching. We only want to get our needs covered. Need 1 is eat. Need 2 is fuck. And need 3 is just conserve energy. That's all we want to do. So you would imagine that the majority of the population are going to do just that. And that's what they do. That's why we find Netflix interesting to watch. That's why we like watching movies. Why would we even care about that if we don't feel like our needs are met? Like, why do we care about doing things for fun as a species? I mean,
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, you guys. I mean, not me, obviously.
Okay. So, but again, what was the name of this thing?
I don't know what the name is, but it's like
we can Google it and we can put it here.
Well, good luck. It's more like an idea that you can just talk about. It doesn't have a name. Maybe it does. I don't know. But
so basically, is the top 1% or the top 5% of humans that control the rest of the population through human history, including today's history.
I mean, you can, control. I mean, yes, but the point is that a very small portion of humans are doing everything that we as a society then reaps and receives the rewards from. Let's say medicine. Perfect example. Medicine was not created by humans. Medicine was created by a small amount of humans.
Oh, okay.
Or not created, but they were the ones innovating it. They were the ones coming up with all this. Like, just research came up, research made But a very small group gave the knowledge and the innovation to make medicine as we see it today, mass-produced pills and all this, which is good because we need it, but it was still made by a very small portion of human society. Well, the rest of the world are seeing the results and they get the rewards from that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the point.
Mm-hmm.
Computers is a handful of, you can narrow it down to like 20 people, probably.
I know.
Yeah.
But just a few people creating, innovating, discovering a way to compute.
I mean, yes, exactly. I mean, just okay, internet, like it's literally 3 guys. And are we not using internet, all of us now?
Yes. Thank you for the 3 guys that developed the internet.
So the point is
Whoever
just
you are, we are deeply grateful.
Google it. Yeah, but the point is interesting, I think.
No, it is. It is. Continue, because I didn't know this, so please tell me.
What do you think about it?
I think it's really fascinating, but it also explains a lot why you have smart people in one category in a group, and then you have on the other group stupid people. And in which category you think we are?
We're in the stupid category.
We're in the stupid category. So going back to enshittification, so what happened here?
That's just pure company greed. I mean, what do you mean? What more do I need to say, really? Haven't I made clear what it is?
You made your point clear. Clear as drinkable water.
Just if you find yourself in like a fucking product and you're like, this one is worse now than it was last year, that's fucking enshittification.
Can you list at least 10 companies that pop up in your head that you can say, like, these MFs, they've been doing this?
Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple. Probably like, what do you call this fucking taxi company?
Taxi?
The
Uber. Oh, taxis, of course. We used to have taxis, and now there's a company that is a taxi company, but no one called it taxi. It's just Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But oh yeah, you find this thing everywhere. It's like in any company big enough to still be able to survive on the reputation, you're going to do it. Because the only way it works is if either people are so desperate to buy this thing that they cannot find an alternative. You have monopoly on something.
Mm-hmm.
Or that your brand is so large that people really can't ignore you. You live off the reputation, like Facebook.
Or like many clothing companies. Many.
Yeah, like H&M.
Well, that's fast fashion, but yeah. But like, you know, like this, like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, blah, 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 blah. All that shit, they sell shit. They sell plastic, they sell polyester with a high price tag.
Yeah.
Because they live off their reputation. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because those are really old companies from the 1900s, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. And yeah, they live off their reputation.
Yep.
Even their reputation after the Second World War, which makes you wonder.
Didn't they make suit for the Nazis or something like that?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was one company.
One of those we can.
It was one company.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we want to start a boycott trend. You know which company?
Yeah, but no, people love their shit. People love to, or we love to pretend that we are part of a certain step on the social ladder, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
We buy things to pretend. It's just sad. I'm glad that you don't have to buy all these things.
Oof.
Like, you're a free
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah.
You're a free bear. I'm jealous.
I'm really glad that I don't have to buy any winter coats and things like that. I can just be like this.
You can be commando, literally, and no one is gonna flinch.
Just scooch over the hairs a little bit.
Yeah. For example. Okay, well, you want to say another thing to our televiewers? No,
boycott shit companies. Like, seriously, there is no other alternative.
Okay.
And actually think about it. Do you really need social media? Like, social media there is no argument that it's bad for people. It's derailing society. It's causing more anxiety than if you don't use it. You get more self-conscious and jealous and all these negative. There's no positive effects.
Wait. But where this channel? Where are we gonna?
No, I'm talking about Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Okay, so YouTube is okay. Like,
YouTube is fine. YouTube is just a television platform.
Okay.
So that's okay. I'm talking about the media where all is about pictures and bragging and status thing and all this thing. I mean, YouTube is slowly turning into that. And I can see the irony of us doing this on YouTube. But I still think YouTube holds by reputational value that is more, people understand more what they want from YouTube when they go there. They understand more what it is.
Okay.
It's not that dopamine kick as it is from TikTok, for example.
Okay, yes. No, not on those levels.
No,
yeah.
it's not. Because it's not engineered to be that way.
But what if YouTube itself is enshittificating, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean,
itself.
it is. You can still use it, but it's just worse now than it was, of course.
That means that we're late arrivers to the platform.
Or early arrivers to the shit pile. We don't know.
No, but seriously, like maybe we're late on the platform. Maybe we're late for YouTube. Thank you. Goodbye.
Is that a cut? Goodbye. Enjoy while it lasts.
Probably it's gonna last a little. But thank you for watching. Ta-da!